Good morning, everybody. Happy Monday to you. Do you have a football hangover last night, or what did I say? Today's National Football Hangover today. I need to know. Okay, let me know if you're all in for the Super Bowl last night, or if you're good today. Let me know. We've got a great guest today, a great co-host today. Brittany Floyd is back, so don't miss an all new episode of Project Joy Live starting right now. Maybe. Yes. Here we go. Is Monday, February 10th, 2025. I hope you all had a fantastic weekend. We had Super Bowl last night, and so I go back to the question I asked when I started the show. Did everybody watch it? Did you watch the halftime show? And what did you think? I took a little poll on my Facebook page this morning, and it's interesting. I have some thoughts about not as much of the halftime show or the game as I do the comment. And hopefully, I apologize if my connection is not good. I'm hoping that it'll stabilize here in just a couple minutes. I'm gonna check on it here, but hopefully it'll be good. So I'm your host, Jessica Dugas. If you're new here, and this is Project Joy Live, it's your triple shot of good vibes every Monday, Wednesday, Friday at the 9 a.m. Eastern Time hour. As I may have mentioned before, that one of my goals this year is to talk about current events, talk about things that are going on, but maybe give you a little bit of a different perspective. A lot of times, I'm both praised for and not thought well. Or people can be annoyed by the ability that I have to kind of see both sides of the coin, and it doesn't mean that I don't have my own thoughts, opinions, one way or another, but I think that standing strong, in the one way to stand strong in those thoughts and opinions is to have an awareness of both sides of the coin and the ability to say, hey, not everything has to be 100% black or white, that there are all sorts of shades of gray in the middle. And so that's what I'm committed to this year, and so that's why I want to talk about the halftime show in a few minutes as well. We also have our joy versation question that's going to be happening this morning, so get ready to chime in on that. And also, as I mentioned, my co-host Brittany Floyd is here today. She's back for the first time this season and will be joining us every other Monday, second and fourth Monday, I believe, of each month on the show, bringing her love for art and creativity and all of that good stuff to the show. So as I mentioned, we watched the Super Bowl last night. I didn't have a player in the game. I couldn't care less about the Eagles or the Chiefs, or the Chiefs also referred to as Taylor Swift's boyfriend's team, I think is what the kids are saying. And so I didn't have a player in the game. I didn't. I'm a Pats fan. I've been a Pats fan since high school. And so and being in New England, birds do as they do. But so I cooked. I made quite the spread last night. We had a lot of really good food. And let me tell you something. If you saw my Facebook story If you're on my Facebook page, I'm these there's these this picture of these tacos next to this green sauce. There were these little mini tacos that I made, and the recipe was from the Burger Dude. Those were the best, hands down, Super Bowl food I have ever made, ever. And that's saying something because I put my whole self I put my whole self in there. In any food that I make, but that was really, really good. And so the food was on point last night. So regardless of what happened to the game or the halftime show, the food was on point. And so I will take that win. Um that was the real winner of the 2025 Super Bowl, you guys. But okay, so every single year, without fail, somebody performs for the halftime show, and half the world is mad about it, and half the world thinks it's the best thing they've ever seen in their whole life. Meanwhile, I typically fall somewhere in the middle. I mean, granted, I do have my preferences. Sometimes people come on and I love it. I loved the one of the most recent ones that sticks out the most to me was Dr. Dre and Friends. That really was one of my favorite halftime performances. And I feel like halftime has the opportunity to reach across the aisles, bring people together. And I am so sorry, you guys, if it's breaking up again. I am going to shut some of this stuff down here so that we can focus, so that I can focus. All right. So, um, we have an opportunity, right? And we also know that throughout the years, a lot of artists that have come on have made a statement. My favorite halftime performances are ones where we see several different genres come together. Another one that sticks out in my mind is when I think it was like Aerosmith, NSYNC, and Britney Spears or something like that, if I remember correctly. And then if you go way, way back, like I think one of the first pop performers was New Kids on the Block, but they also had like the Disney performers and characters and stuff like that as well. And so I do think it's important for a halftime show for me to speak to a lot of different ages and things like that. And so um I, I enjoy Kendrick Lamar. My husband is a big Kendrick Lamar fan. Really, really, like I get in the car, Kendrick's on. Okay, it just is. And so all of that said, I think it's possible, and I say this in response to a lot of what I'm seeing this morning. I think it's possible to respect an artist, respect what they do, appreciate their performance, e- enjoy overall, and at the same time say, that wasn't necessarily my favorite performance, or that wouldn't have been who I would have chose or how I would have enjoyed it. And so there's a lot of commentary this morning of people saying, well, if you didn't like it, then you're part of the problem and you don't understand the culture and you don't blah, 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 whatever. It is possible to understand a culture, to respect an artist, to appreciate music, and to go, that wasn't my favorite. And it back to this conversation that we've had time and time again within the Breakthrough Show Network community, the yes and conversation. It doesn't have to be so black and white. And when we hold true to these staunch, opinions and thoughts and ways of being without understanding or being able to see the other side of things or even see that there's any kind of middle ground, that's part of the challenge. That's what keeps us divided. That's what keeps us in arguments and in wars and all of that because we're unwilling to waver a little bit. And so it's okay if you loved the performance, and it's okay if you didn't like the performance, and it's okay if you're falling somewhere in the middle, like myself, and going, okay, I appreciate him, love some of the imagery that was happening, love some of the symbolism that I saw. Um, but there were there were no naked women all over the stage. Okay. Yay for that. Yay for me. That there wasn't like, I don't know. I feel like it was a statement was made without it being so necessarily controversial one way or the other. But anyway, that's what I wanted to say about that this morning. I'm going to head over to the comments really quickly. There we go. Miss Teresa's here this morning. Good to see you, Miss Teresa. My computer is giving me so much crap today, guys. Danielle's here this morning. Good to see you. Miss Brittany's waiting behind the stage. Danielle loved Usher. All right. I think I'm back. Danielle saying he's not going to be everyone's cup of tea, unfortunately, but people bashing his performance because it is not their type of music. Yeah, I mean, I don't think that he's not going to be everybody's cup of tea, but I do think there was a missed opportunity to to reach across the aisle, so to speak. You have an opportunity during halftime, as I said, to bring many different generations together, and I don't think that was accomplished. But then again, I'm not in charge, and that probably wasn't their goal. So I really don't care either way. Either way, I'm not going to lose sleep over it being not my favorite performance ever. I also am able to give credit where credit's due. I think it was a good performance. You can say that and say it wasn't my favorite though. And so but I think part of the challenge for me right now, the damage is done when we make posts saying with anger about it, saying, well, if someone doesn't like it, then that means insert whatever rhetoric here. And so yeah, that's where I'm standing on this morning. I think it's possible for yes and in this and every situation. Okay. So listen, I want to get to our joy versation this morning. Okay, I'm not asking that question. I'm picking a different one. Okay. All right, we'll go with this fun one. Okay, our joy versation, here we go. Let's see if it's going to cooperate with me or not. Maybe not. You know what I'm going to do, you guys? I'm going to do this because my life will be so much better. Let's see about this joy versation. Maybe not. It's just not going to work. Okay, here's the question. All right, the joy versation today. Would you rather, and yes, it's another would you rather question. You got to participate. Would you rather be as big as a dinosaur or as small as an ant? Would you rather be as big as a dinosaur or as small as an ant? That's the question. Okay. Let me know. Are you thinking of it? Let me know down in the comments. I'm going to work on getting this video up, and then we're going to bring Miss Brittany on because I cannot stand this computer anymore this morning. Let's see if it's going to work for me. Maybe not. Maybe not. All right, let's bring Miss Brittany up because I'm tired. I'm tired of it. Welcome, Miss Brittany.
Hi, that was cute.
Just a little bop, a little.
I was back there.
We always need a reason to shake it around here to dance a little bit. Okay, would you rather be as big as a dinosaur or as small as an ant?
I think I would rather be as big as a dinosaur.
Big as a
because,
dinosaur.
And my reasoning for this is that I can see more things, like the beauty of everything, more like from a different height. You know what I mean? So that's my reasoning to why I want to be as big as a dinosaur.
That is a good reason to be able to see. See, Me at the short height that I am, that's my initial reaction is to go, I need to be a dinosaur because I'm so short that I'm so tired of having to ask people to reach things, tired of it. And so I initially think that, but then I'm like, man, it would be nice to be unseen. But I think I might have to go with the dinosaur as well. Danielle said as small as an ant. Danielle, let us know in the comments why you chose that one, as small as an ant. Let me know,
Yeah.
because I'm curious as to the reason why, everybody. And let me know, everybody else is joining us. Would you rather be as big as a dinosaur or as small as an ant? I know that you didn't watch the halftime show last night, Brittany, but do you have like a favorite halftime show throughout the years that you can think of?
No, because I really don't get into that kind of thing. I've never really I don't really watch sports. I know of them, you know what I mean? Like I
Yeah.
know all of that, but I don't really I could care less about it, to be honest. Like last night I was comfortably in my bed painting, working on my art and minding my business.
That
Oh, where'd she go? Oh, there we go. Just here by herself. Um, there we go. This is giving her all kinds of problems this morning. Danielle said it's easier to hide away, which makes sense. I really agree on that aspect, but also I would want to be as big as a dinosaur to be able to see the views. I don't know. Don't know. Anybody else want to chime in? She said she'll be right back. It's acting up. It's acting up for her. Of course, it would act up when both of us are here and and whatnot. So it just is what it is. We act up together anyway. So of course, why wouldn't the computers act up? Hmm. But I do find, however, since we're talking about the halftime show, I do find that um that it's a way to express ourselves, you know, self-expression, and not everybody agrees or not everybody likes um particular things, but however, I see it, everything is art to me. So I see it from a whole different perspective of it's just a way of showing creativity. So that is a way for me to embrace it, whether I like it or I don't like it. Hi, Jessica. Welcome back.
hello. I don't know what was happening with my computer. I could not click anything. I get nothing. Like it was horrible. I don't know what happened. What are we talking about?
Oh, we were talking about the halftime show, and I
Yeah.
said, regardless of whether I watched it or not, like it's still like self-expression, and it's
Mm.
a way to express creativity. And that from that aspect of it, I will always embrace it because everything is art to me. So, I'll forever like it, but even if I don't like it, if that makes sense.
I will agree that most everything is art. I don't agree that Kanye's wife in the nude on the Grammy red carpet was art. I'm gonna die because there are kids watching that show. That's why. That's why. But
That makes sense.
yes, also as Sharon said, good job taking over for a moment because I swear to God, I don't know what's happening right now.
I was
Um,
like, it would be your computer would act up because we act up together. So why wouldn't your computer do
that's
the
it.
same?
That's it. Sharon said she loved John and Lauren. Yes, I thought the other performances were really great as well. And 100%, I think anything is a way to express yourself, and that's why I don't think that necessarily getting mad about it is the answer, or using it as an, like I said, another opportunity to divide us, to say, well, if you think this way, then boo,
Yeah,
you're
like,
not it.
oh, I can't I can't associate myself with
Right.
you anymore. Or like, that's just too extreme. It's too extreme.
Right. I agree. I agree. We're seeing a lot of that extreme sort of energy right now. And I'm not here for it. I'm going to be honest with you. My goal is always with this community to bring people together and allow people more opportunities to have conversations and communicate with each other, as opposed to just cutting each other off. And I hate to say this, but I think so many people are just so quick to put out right now rather than to pause and listen, which we know is the other half of communication.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I think we both agree on where we stand with communication and how we value it so much. Even to the point that even discussing some things with you, like when when we're talking on the sideline, I'd be like, "Oh, I need to communicate better in that aspect."
Mm.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like because, and it's just a sense of self awareness because why are we so quick to cut off a connection? Why are we so quick? Just because we're different. Different is beautiful,
Mm.
and when we unite together in that aspect of just of us just being.
Right. Right. I agree. I agree. Do you think any of the stuff that we have been seeing since the start of the year ties into the topic of creativity at all?
I mean, what explain what you mean? I'm trying
Like
to.
like just a lot of the sorry, I thought we talked about this before the show. I'm like, okay. So a lot of the things that we're hearing from people, just a lot of the unrest that's happening, and a lot of people feeling one way or another with this sort of extreme mentality. Like, do you think that that's going to tie into people's ability to be creative or creativity in general?
Yeah, I think even just over the years, creativity has we've so desperate to express ourselves in some
Mm.
way. And whether it's through talking, whether it's through art, whether however it is to you, whether it's through music, I think that um, it's it's a way to transform the world, and it's a way to express ourselves that so other people can relate to it. Does
Yeah.
that answer your question?
Yeah. Yeah, no, and so what do you think looking forward to this year? Are you seeing like any themes with creativity or art in general or anything like that?
I think we are just like so in need of connection
Mm.
that people are going to look for more meaningful things with like more deeper things than just the visual aspect of it. Right. I feel like in 2025, people are going to feel like they're going to crave authenticity more. I feel like in a sense because what we're seeing necessarily, is over the years, people have been able to express themselves more. And I feel like
Mhm.
that's a beautiful thing. I
Yeah.
really, truly feel like it's a beautiful thing. So I feel like we're going to see more of that.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
people are going to, I feel like also people are going to crave more authenticity and something deeper, something real,
Yeah.
something
Yeah.
that's just it's gonna be more offering than just a visual experience. I think for
Mm.
me.
Yeah, I'll agree with that. And I also going to what Sharon was saying, I think creativity will be the greatest outlet for us.
Yeah,
And I see creativity as being an art and things like that being um a great option for people. I think folks are more willing to listen when something's not like this is how you're supposed to be in your face, or like I said, was talking about before, one extreme or another. You have the opportunity to express yourself in a way that maybe a little more gentle, or in a way that maybe people can understand a little better when we use a creative outlet, writing a song, writing a poem, doing art in some kind of way, fashion, the way that we dress, the way that we show up. It is a gentler way of expressing ourselves than taking to social media and going on a rant.
Right. I think creativity has become a form of healing for a lot of people, and I think we're gonna continue to see that this year and more of it. Creativity has been like my lifeline, really, truly, all my life if I'm looking at it. Yeah. And so it's how I process emotions and connect with my deeper parts of myself and how I share my energy with the world. So right. I feel like we're just going to see more and more of that in this upcoming year.
Yeah, I agree. So I want to remind everybody that we have Craft Circle twice a month, led by Brittany in our Breakthrough Show Network community. One time is in the afternoon and one is more towards the evening. So you can pick which one works for you. And Brittany also every other Thursday hosts Mindful Doodling, where she leads everybody through a little peace moment. I don't necessarily want to say meditation, but a little moment of grounding, of peace, and then you can doodle away, and it helps you to tap into the energy of creativity. And I think a good reminder for everybody is that everything you could put creativity in anything that you do. It doesn't have to be like a painting or a song or these things that we typically associate with creativity. And so do you feel like that the mindful doodling and the craft circle might help people to tap into creativity in maybe not so stereotypical ways?
Yeah, I think hosting these the craft circles over this past year and doing the mindful doodling, it showed me firsthand how creativity can just bring people together. And there's just something magical about creating alongside others. It's just the way for us to connect and be open when we're creating, and however that looks. And when it's done together, it's just even more powerful. And it has that ripple effect. You inspire when you are creative yourself, and when you're able to express yourself freely in however which way, it inspires other people to do the same.
Yeah, I agree. I think being in, even if you're like, okay, it's craft circle and I don't have a craft to do, even if you just come and, sit in that energy of people being creative, I find can also have, because there's times when I won't have, a craft to do either, but I'll work on something else, and just being in that creative energy can help us to get there as well. So I do think it's important to have that creative connection, if nothing else, with other people. We're going to take a super quick break and come back after this more with Brittany. We've got birthdays and stuff happening in the community this week, so don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Breakthroughs are about more than you might think. They're about discovering who you are, digging deep, reaching to the core of your soul. They're about healing yourself, understanding your beliefs, creating a ripple effect. And it's not just those initial moments that matter. It's about using them to bring more joy into our own lives and the lives of others. It's about having fun, letting loose, enjoying every moment life has to offer. It's about finding a safe space. It's about creating connection. Join us each and every day for exclusive programming, special events, and a community to call home. where we invite you to explore, change the way you look at and live your life, and go beyond the breakthrough. So we ask you, are you ready? We'll see you online at thebreakthroughshow.com.
Welcome back to Project Joy Live. It is Monday, February 10th, 2025. I went over and checked my poll, and just like I thought, I had one person that didn't watch, and then I had 3 people that loved it and 4 people that didn't like it. And that was it. As we're talking about the halftime show, and it's interesting because Sharon was talking about in the comments, she wants to look up the lyrics of Kendrick Lamar's song. She couldn't make any judgment because she didn't know what he said. And and it's so funny because I remember when we were living in Alabama and Bruno Mars was about to do the halftime show, and people that listen, the conservative Christians were having a whole fit because of the lyrics of Bruno Mars' song. Sometimes you just got to dance and shut your ears to the lyrics because the lyrics may not give you a good idea of judgment on that. Because I go back, sometimes I will listen to songs that kids are listening to now and be like, oh my God, that's horrible. And then I go back to listen to songs we listen to and be like, oh, I didn't know what they were. I didn't know what they were saying back then.
But we moved our bodies anyway.
That's it. We were just dancing and we didn't care. And that was it. But I do like the idea of like what Sharon's doing of like going to look up the lyrics because she didn't know what he was saying or whatever. I think that's a good way to inch your way, into this place where you can be the yes and, one way to do that is to learn more if you don't know. So that's it. That's all I have to say about that. All right, we got to do birthdays. Here we go.
Happy birthday to you.
All right, birthdays. Oh, I guess people were watching the Puppy Bowl too. Did anybody see that? I don't know about the Puppy Bowl. I don't know. I know that people watch it, but I don't really know what it is. That's it. Have you ever watched the Puppy Bowl, Brittany? Because I don't know what that is. Oh, okay.
I don't know what that is either.
See, maybe we should learn more about that. All right. In the world of celebrity, actress Emma Roberts is 34 years old today. Chloe Grace Moritz is 28 years old today. Elizabeth Banks, 51. Cliff Burton, who passed away in 1986, the original bassist for Metallica, he passed away in 1986, but today was his birthday. Laura Dern, one of my favorite actresses, who I love from the Jurassic Park series. She's 58 years old, among many other things, but I love her originally from Jurassic Park. Robert Wagner, 95 years old today. Holy cow. The celebrities in my life, Matthew Rowland has a birthday today. Lisa Reynolds, my cousin Julia Rose, and my aunt Stella Martin. She's a milestone birthday today, but she's making me say she's the big 40 today. So I love how my aunt is turning 40 today, but I turned 44 last week. So we'll just let you go. Let you go with that. So happy birthday, Auntie Stella. Anybody that's having birthdays today, Miss Brittany?
Yeah, see, I went and looked as you were saying, and I don't know those people, so.
See, okay, I'm not gonna say it because
happy birthday to you anyway.
I have those moments too where it's somebody's birthday and I go look and I'm like, I don't know who that is. So you have the opportunity. You can reach out and be like, who are you? Why are we connected? Or you can be like, delete, or you can be like, oh my God, it's so great, and act like but maybe you don't. I don't know.
Or you can I just leave them.
Okay, Danielle said she watched the Puppy Bowl too. She said it's a bunch of puppies that are up for adoption playing on a football mat with dog toys making touchdowns against each other, blue team and red team. That sounds
cute.
I feel
like I need to see it. Yeah, I feel like I need to see it now.
I know. I need to go see it now. And that sounds a lot more fun than the drama.
Yeah.
It's what it sounds like to
100%.
me. That's it. So those are all the birthdays today, everybody. Let's get our birthday song on. Here we go. Happy
Happy
birthday to
birthday.
you. Happy
Happy
birthday
birthday.
to you. Happy birthday, dear Emma, Chloe, Elizabeth, Cliff, Laura, Robert, Matthew, Lisa, Julia, Stella, and all the people we don't know that we're friends with on Facebook. Happy
Happy birthday
birthday to
to
you.
you.
Happy birthday to all those that are celebrating. Does it still have the same vibe this year?
Yeah, it always. I'm always, yeah. Muppet energy always. Look, see my bangs.
It's just happening. It's just happening. All right, I need to get my calendar up here. That whole thing in the beginning of the show with my internet acting up really just threw me today. It really had me. So, I don't know what's happening the rest of the day, you guys. Is what it is. Okay. All right, let's talk about what's happening on the network the rest of the week. Here we go. All right. See, we love some Dr. Dre. We just need another one of those halftime shows. Okay. All right. So listen, we have virtual co-working happening at 9:55 Eastern time today and Friday. You can come join us for free in our virtual community. Go to thebreakthroughshownetwork.com and you'll see a little form in the beginning or in the middle of the page. You can go and join our community. It's completely free. If you've already been before, you can click that already registered button. Okay. You don't need to register 900 times. So you can just click that already registered button. But we work together 9:55 to 12 p.m. Eastern time today, Pomodoro style. That's breaking up our work into chunks and getting it done and holding each other accountable and celebrating our accomplishments. We also have, let's see. We have Wednesday, we have poetry reading with Kat. So make sure you come and join us for that at 5:30 p.m. Eastern time on Wednesday. We also have let's see. I'll be back Wednesday with Olivia on Project Joy Live. I'll be back on Friday for Valentine's Day and a special new segment from Sharon Saraga Walters where you will drop and give her 3 grata reps
Oh,
live on the show. Yeah.
oh, I like it.
That's it. And I will be back with an all new episode of The Breakthrough Show on Friday at 1 p.m. With Brett Gordon. Really excited to have him on the show. Some of you guys might recognize him from when he was on The Friendship Paradox. And it's so funny because I co-hosted a show with him back when I was on Brandon Croucher's show, and he was on the documentary, and I friends with him for years, and I was like, why have I not had you on The Breakthrough Show yet? So you'll see him on Friday. It's happening. That's it. You want to tell the people what you have going on, Miss Brittany?
Well, I don't have anything for this week, but next week I have Craft Circle coming up and I have some new artwork coming out and some new things. So if you're not following me yet, go ahead and type in Sacred Yin Secrets and on all social medias and check for updates.
There it is. There it is. SacredYinSecrets.com and on the internet, on the social media and all of that. Check out Brittany's art. Check out Craft Circle. Like I said, you don't have to have a craft to do. You could just come and maybe creativity will come your way. And then also mindful doodling is very important as well. Yes.
30 minutes.
It's
30
That's
minutes
it.
out of your day.
That's it. It's not a lot, guys. Work it out. I should tell you, Miss Brittany. Thank you for joining us again for the first time for this season, and we'll see you every other week on Mondays.
Thank you for having me. As always, it's a pleasure.
Yes. All right. We love you guys so much. Thank you all for joining us wherever you are in the world today. I'm your host, Jessica Dugas. This has been Project Joy Live. And I want to remind you that we are here every Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 9 a.m. Eastern Time. Hit that subscribe button on the YouTube so you don't miss out. And there's like a bell or something. You hit the bell and it makes a cool noise and you don't miss out on notifications for the Breakthrough Show. I want to remind you that you are the joy, and we will see you next time. Bye, everybody.